Good morning. Today we're going to go through the steps needed to draw a 2-point linear perspective, but do an interior, an inside room. And remember on the 2-point linear perspective exterior, we had our vanishing points out here as far away from us as we could get each other. And then we had a building. The first thing that we drew was the corner that was closest to us. And then all these lines went back to the vanishing point. Some of y'all really need to double check yourself and make sure that you're drawing lines going to the vanishing points. I see a lot of people just kind of drawing lines at these kind of angle, kind of going that way, going this way and that way, and not really paying attention to whether it's going exactly to that vanishing point. And they've got to go to that point, not kind of somewhat near it, but actually to that point. Okay, so in an interior, the first thing we're going to do is make our vanishing points out here. Put mine about halfway. My paper is 8.5 inches wide, so half that is 4.25, I think. And okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw a corner, just like we do with outside, but this is going to be inside. So I'm just going to draw a line right here. It's going to be vertical, straight up and down. Some of it needs to be above the vanishing points or the horizon that you can't see. And some of it needs to be below that line, the horizontal line, horizon. And then we're going to draw from the vanishing point. We're going to line it up with the bottom of the corner. Now, when we were drawing outside, we drew lines back to the vanishing point. We're inside, so we're going to do the opposite. We're going to draw out. Still lined up with the vanishing point, lined up with the bottom of the corner, but it's going away from the corner. And we can do the same thing on the top. Oops. And then I'm going to do the same thing from the left side. Now, that's ugly. I don't know why my camera is going in and out of focus today. It has been. All right. Now, if I would have made this corner here, if I would have made it a smaller line, so my corner is not as tall, I would have ended up with a room like this. The room looks bigger because that corner, because it's so small, looks farther away from us. These lines are still going toward the vanishing points. It looks farther away. If I would have drawn it bigger, like this, now all of a sudden it looks like my nose is in the corner. Everything is still going toward vanishing points, going to these exact points, but because it's so much bigger, it looks like we're close to it. So I really don't have any room to draw anything. You think about putting your nose in the corner, there's really not a lot of stuff in that corner going on. I mean, I could put some things, but it would look kind of funny. So We're going to go back to this one. Actually, I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay. So I'm going to put a door on this wall here. Just like every other time we've done it, we think about the wall that it's going to be on. The top of the wall is going to which vanishing point? This one. So the top of my door will go to that vanishing point. The sides of that wall are vertical. So the sides of my door will be vertical. If I wanted to make a window there, the bottom of the window would go toward that left vanishing point as well. Okay. If, let's say, the door was open and I looked outside, I could actually see, a horizon out there. And I could have lines for sidewalks going to the vanishing points. If I put a window on this side, the top and the bottom would go to this vanishing point because the wall goes to the right one. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with this a little bit before I do any windows. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this wall. I'm going to put a vertical line just to the left of that corner, and now I'm going to draw lines going where I cut that off. It's going to go toward the left vanishing point. And left vanishing point. There we go. Now, what do we have? We have a hallway. If you think about it, I mean, we're along here. I could put more doors there and it looked like a hotel, or it would look like a hospital or apartment building. If I made, like this door double wide, and I could put a button over here, I could make it look like an elevator, hotel, whatever. But what if I were instead go in here and just to the left of that corner, I draw line. So I've chopped that off. If I went in here and drew a horizon, now let's close that. Okay, so now what do I have? I have a building, but I am close to the building, so I can't see all of it. I can see the left side, but I can't see the right side. So I'm up closer to the building than we normally are. This is just kind of to show you that linear perspective is linear perspective, whether it's inside or outside or upside down. Now, what if I and draw? Ooh, what do I have now? Well, now I've got a building that I'm standing close to, but that it is taller than I am. So as I've drawn this kind of overhang, and then the second story on up, it could be 50 stories for all I know. If I did the same thing at the bottom, now I am hovering outside of a building. There's a balcony here. There's no railing, so somebody could fall out. The building is taller than I am still, and so it's a tall building, and I'm about halfway up, so to speak. If I was actually going to use this, I would go in and make myself a railing, a little fence here, going toward that vanishing point, connecting here, and so I wouldn't have any danger stuff going on. Okay, I just wanted to show you that even though we're doing an interior, or what's going to end up being an interior, that this stuff is really all alike. It's vanishing points and lines. We're inventing spaces, so to speak. If I was doing this on the whiteboard at school, it would be a lot cleaner, I think. Well, not that my room is clean, but that I could erase it better, so to speak. Okay, so back to where we were, where we had the hotel or whatever, and we cut the end of it off here. Now I'm going to reverse this, and I'm going to make this go back to the original right vanishing point. Okay, so now I've got a room, I've got inside the corner, I have this little indentation thing. If y'all remember at school in the classrooms, there's in the older part of the building, there is this area here, and it has the heating and air unit, and there's like a vent up here, and there's a door on one side, and so forth. But anyway, that's kind of just an indentation there. So if I had I could go in here and so voila, I have a rug in my room. What if I go into here and just draw a line straight down? Now I have what I could fill it up with water, and I could have a swimming pool. What if I draw a line here? And so now I've got kind of a sunken living room, sunken in. These were big back in the 70s. A lot of people had them. I didn't have one in the house that I grew up in, but my best friend had one in his house. And so I've got just a little step down, just one step here. What if I then decided to go in here and I wanted to make this continue? And notice I'm just going back and forth. I'm going to the left vanishing point. I'm going to the right. And then we go down. In the end, we go to the right. And then we go to the left. So right now it's kind of like, I'll fix this in a minute. Now it's just, my swimming pool is just going on down the shallow end here, so to speak. All right, there we go. And get rid of that line. I don't need that anymore. what if instead of that, I went in with, I cut that there, and now I've got a staircase going down into the basement. I could run like a board up to here, and then, or on this side up to here, and then have it angled, same as the steps. And that could be my banister or my, I don't know, whatever you call it, handrail thing. Yeah. I think I'll stop on that note, and I'll just save some more stuff for another video.